So here we are on board the Lagoon 380 Kinga. That's how you pronounce it, yes?
Kinga.
Kinga, yeah.
The mountain on our farm back in NZ.
Oh, that's a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Fran and Grant, very nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about how you find the boat and what you've been doing.
So I'll start. We brought the Kinga. You can correct me with the dates because Fran's a dates person. We brought the boat in 2021, French Polynesia in Ratia, sight unseen, private deal. Sent the money over, thinking, is that the last we're going to see of that money? But,
Wow.
We managed to get over there 3 months later on the first flight out of Auckland.
Yes.
And, sure enough, there was a boat, fortunately, and we anti-fouled her and we put her in the water and got the engines checked out and what have you, and learnt to sail a catamaran.
Wow, so you learned on the boat. Oh yes, you went on monohulls before.
Yeah, we've been on monohulls,
yeah.
monohulls before, but never a catamaran. And I'd have to say that we were 99% happy with the boat. You know,
Yes.
it was just the odd little thing which we sorted out, and
Okay.
it was just
Awesome.
we were really pleased, and so we've had it for.
So we spent 3 seasons living aboard for 6 months at a time because our visa was only for 6 months in French Polynesia.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And we had to import the boat so we could stay as long as we liked. And those 3 seasons we really got a good chance to look at French Polynesia.
Yes.
To explore the Tuamotus, Marquesas, and all the islands in between.
So the boat is imported, but you never exported it. It's still imported in.
It's a French Polynesian boat.
Wow. So theoretically it can sail to New Zealand and get back to Tahiti.
Theoretically.
I think that's the way
It's
it
not
works.
hard
I mean,
from New Zealand, or even from here. You can go north and then down south again. Yeah.
From
To
what
the
I understand.
Australs, I think.
From what I understand,
Sail.
it can go back to French Polynesia.
Yeah, that's great.
And stay there.
Yeah.
But it is a New Zealand registered boat, but
That's right.
imported.
But important, yes.
French
So
Polynesia.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
good to know that.
And
So-
the only reason we imported it was because when we bought it, we couldn't get to it in time before the
It had a period of grace for COVID. So
It did,
It had
yes.
been there since 2019.
and they wouldn't
Yeah.
give us an extension on that.
The Polynesian
Yeah.
authority said we had to
So-
import it.
Oh wow.
So
But-
we,
and
that
that
was fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so the people who owned the boat before you, do you know much about them?
The
The Austrian,
Owners,
Austrian people.
the people that we bought it from had owned it for a year, a young French couple,
Okay.
and they'd sailed around during they'd been there during COVID, and prior to that it had been owned for 8 years by an Austrian couple who were cruisers, and they'd brought
Right.
it from Europe,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that did all the add-ons, all
The
the
hard tops.
Oh yes, we'll have a look at
handholds
that.
and
This is really
stuff.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also different.
So you
Grab.
know, they spent a lot of time
Doing
adding to the boat
extras.
and
Yeah.
putting on extras, and
Okay.
yeah, and they were very helpful when we bought the boat as well.
Yes.
We contacted them and asked them for advice on various things.
That's very nice. Do you think that's something you'd be prepared to do for the
Absolutely.
next
Oh,
owner?
for sure, yeah. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so we're gonna get started maybe with how about in the cockpit?
Okay.
There. Okay, so here we have the helm station, which is amazing, with a nice big double seat. You can see 2 people here. Very comfy, very nice upholstery too. And then you've got your electronics up here, down there. So let's start with, so you were mentioning, Grant, about the wind instruments?
We're going to replace this one, or if we can repair it, we will. But I think that they generally replace them because the numbers on our wind,
I see, yeah.
indicator is just not. You
Yes.
you know what it is, but it doesn't. There's
Yeah.
a number in front of that, unless it's in single
Could be
digits.
anything.
Yeah. So you think,
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
get a guide on the wind anyway.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
we're going to replace that.
And then you've got
You're just your depth and
depths
speed
and tridata, and
yeah.
then your autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. We've got 2 autopilots. We've got our main one, which is our heavy duty one, which we use the whole 100% of the time, but we have a backup autopilot here, which
you have a backup,
works.
yes. That's right.
You just flip this down.
Okay.
That's manual operated.
Yes, so you just click it on and
you just
then
click that down and we just plug in a cable underneath down near the battery and the batteries and you've got a second autopilot.
That's always
which
good to have.
Which is a big plus.
Yes, definitely, especially with just the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then out here we've got your chain counter.
Chain counter. Oh, that's not it's just the control. So it's not a counter, it's just the control. But we've just got the chain marked with cable ties and sometimes we use paint, but that does wear off.
Yes. So I see, as is the electronic.
This is the new Sea Star throttles controls we put on 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Okay.
They had the old original ones on, and all the plastic had broken down. Because it was, I guess 20 years old and original, so we replaced it with these.
So is it electronic or is it analog?
Sorry, is it?
Is it an electronic control or?
Electronic control.
Analog.
It's forward thrust.
I mean, is the control actually electronic inside it, or is it just a regular?
Just a regular.
Oh, good.
Just a regular.
I trust that. I think I trust that a little bit better than electronic ones.
No, it's just a regular control.
Here we have your chop plotter, Garmin.
The small one.
And you have a bigger one.
Yeah, it's just the helm one.
Oh yes, I'm there. So can you show me a little bit what it does?
I'll let Fran do that. She's there.
Okay, so basically, I'm just telling me my AES is on, so I can see where the other boats are and where my friend boats are, and I've got a track that shows my tracks. I'm coming into the marina, and we can put an SOS board. So I just press that and it'll give me a GPS position.
Okay. So you have AAs built in?
I've got AAs built in. So I use Garmin Active Captain.
Oh yeah.
So I work that on my iPhone, so I can look at both stations in the saloon and in the cockpit. So when I'm on watch, I don't have to be up here physically to look at anything. I can be somewhere else just looking. Oh, also I've got I'll go back to my collision. So I've got I've got script, so it helps you to, when you're in a panic situation, it helps you be a bit more clear-headed.
Yeah.
So we've basically got, we can get a menu, so I can preset it to fishing or cruising info. So I can also find out my celestial. It's one of the moon and sunrise,
very
sunset.
Nice.
And what's important is your warning manager as well, so that it can tell you what's been happening. So yesterday at Musket Cove, the satellite wasn't working for a second, so it just told me, just told me that.
We run Navionics on this, but we also run iSailor on our iPad.
Oh, good.
So we have that. We actually have both
yes,
running
very
at the same
good. Because
time.
Navionics is not very
it's
accurate.
Just a comparison, and I like the iPad.
So I actually use the
one inside, yes.
The other chart plotter, because that's a bigger one and it's also modern. This is just the secondary redundant.
Okay, so here you have your engine controls. So what's the hours on the engine? Do you know?
Yes, I've got them written down there, under 4,000.
Under 4,000, that's
and
good.
So the boat is 2004.
Okay.
So I've got the exact hours as well. I've got an engine counter and the saloon.
Okay. We'll have a look at the engines a bit later.
Yes.
So let's have a look at the cockpit and the storage while we're out here. Nice and safe cockpit for people with children, isn't it?
Yes, and you can hold, there's always a handhold.
That's right, yeah. And the back, the fact that it's not open, it's a bit safer.
This umbrella can slide around, and I've got covers on these keyders for wind and rain.
Oh, okay.
Sun. I can close it off the canvas.
The hard top was rebuilt, was built in Mexico by the Austrian couple who owned it, because they came out with soft tops, and I think most lagoons put a hard top, or a lot of
Yeah,
lagoons
it makes
put
a
hard
big
top on.
difference.
Yeah.
And this block here, it swings
you
out,
gotta,
and it helps me to lift up the engine of
Swings
the
out,
tender.
and we can pull the engine up.
The dinghy davits are there. This is for the engine.
Oh, so it's the engine
So you
davit.
don't
Yeah,
lift.
yeah, engine davit. Okay. Your traveler down here.
Traveller.
And you
Gas.
have storage.
Got a gas locker
Okay.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Gas locker here.
Okay.
Okay, with solenoid,
Solenoid,
and what
yeah.
have you. And there's a generator here. It's we just waiting for parts for this, and with the mechanic in Vunda is working on this. So we're just waiting for a
Okay.
solenoid, a starting solenoid,
Oh yes.
and
anyway.
a few bits and pieces coming from the States. So we'll have the generator up and running.
Okay.
After saying that, we probably haven't used the generator. Well, we run the generator maybe once every 2 or 3 months, or maybe
Oh,
2 or 3 times a
That's
season.
great. So you don't really need
We
it.
don't need it. We've just,
Yeah.
we've got the wind generator. We've got
Yeah, you do.
740 watts of solar power,
Yes.
and the new batteries we have.
Yes. Mhm.
Just provide us all the
Yes.
power we need.
Mhm. Trees do you have?
They're AGM gel batteries.
Yes.
Sorry, the gel batteries. The ones we
Gel.
AGM.
Just
Yeah,
gel.
they
Yes.
were glass matte. These are gels, and yeah, look, they're really efficient. So look, the generator. I have toyed with removing the generator because it's a really good storage locker there.
Yeah.
But look, we'll have it going for somebody, and they can make that decision.
Of
If
course.
they wanna
Yeah, that's
keep
a
it
good
or run
idea
it.
if you
It
can.
takes up a bit of room. It's something else to maintain, but. If they're using it regularly, it's good. But if you're not using it so regularly, maybe it might pay to sell it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll have a little look inside.
Okay, so we have my chart table, and this is the bigger chart plotter, which is
Yes.
a lot more comprehensive,
I see. Yeah.
and a VHF. So this is the VHF attached to the AIS, and then I've got a handheld one as well for when we go on the tender. My new EPIRB, it's valid till 2032, and these are just it's a safety strobe that we put on our
On your
life
life jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
On what?
Otherwise, I have a flare, flares inside, and so in terms of this, I just have a electronic to see what solar, how many amps are coming in. And
Does it show you how charged your batteries are as well?
This does.
Oh, this does. Yes.
So I just battery monitor. I can just check,
Oh yeah, perfect.
and I can just check the percentage of that. This is my
Okay.
inverter.
How many watts?
Watts.
Yes, inverter.
What's that one back? Go to that. 220 volts.
220
I
volts.
don't know what that would be.
So 3,500 watt inverter.
3,500 watts.
Yeah.
Switch on the inverter, and then
Remote.
just flick it up here, and then I can run my sewing machine and my coffee machine with this.
Is this used anymore or
No,
not really?
no,
Yeah.
it's American.
Okay.
Oh, this is the battery, the Xantrax.
The battery charger. Yeah.
So when if I run the generator, yes, then I
Yes.
can charge that.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Yeah. And you have shore power as well, yes?
yes, we have shore
And
power,
it's 220 shore power?
220, yes.
Yeah.
and
Great. Oh yes, I see up here. Oh, is that your switch?
So
for...
this is my switch for battery and then shore power land.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's my hour meter for the Yanmars, but I do have to
Oh,
add on
yes.
1,500.
Ah,
to each
yes,
one.
I
That's
see.
to get the numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a stereo system, but it's horrible. I don't use it. That's the generator.
Oh
control.
yes, the generator controls.
Oh, yeah, because
That's okay, I can
That's
see
not
that.
switch on the inverter, and then
Remote.
just flick it up here, and then I can run my sewing machine and my coffee machine
Yes.
with this.
Freezer down here,
A Dometic freezer,
Mhm.
that's 12 volt. And
and you have a fridge
and
over
we
there.
have the Frigo fridge, which we have regassed in November last year. So it's
How big?
it goes
All the way?
through.
Oh wow,
so I
that's
can't
really
get my
big.
arm. I
Yeah.
can't get my arm through, so I have to pull out
Yes.
one of the trays to get there.
Okay. Great.
So that's purely the fridge, and this is the freezer.
All right. Then we have a nice little galley, nice little
I mean,
stove.
this is an added
Oh, this
thing
is
for the
an
herbs
addition.
and spices.
Okay, so the stove. So yeah, so you've got your
Three
solenoid for the stove, and how you do turn
there's the
on it?
solenoid.
Solenoid there, yeah.
Switch it on.
Okay.
Switch that on, and then you turn the gas on inside, and then you can light it with this. And switch it off.
All right, we're gonna go and have a look at the cabin.
This is the master cabin with very comfortable mattresses, and I keep a safe. There's a safe under the bed, and I keep my medical kit there. We have storage here, here, behind this door, and in the hanging wardrobe and drawers. We have USB ports also there, and 2 fans. From the master cabin we go into the mid-hull section where the office is, with fire extinguishers, grab bags, more charging ports, printer. I keep the flares and life jackets in there, and behind the door we have a big cupboard space for documents and manuals. From the office we walk into the master bathroom with lots of cupboard space and a electric toilet, and as you can see we've had some Truedesign through hulls and taps fitted, and a panel will be placed over that area there, airflow. And then we come to the walk-in shower where there is a comfortable seat and lots of airflow. This is the guest cabin with a queen size bed, and you'll see more storage areas here under the bed, and you've got your hanging wardrobe here with shelves.
All right, so here is a guest head area. With an electric toilet, and the skin fittings have just been replaced as well with Truedesign, so that's taken care of already. All right, so workshop slash guest cabin. Back to this gorgeous guest cabin.
Is a gauge so we can see the state of our batteries, the starter batteries, and the
Yes.
house batteries.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So escape hatches. That's important to talk about.
Yeah, so we while we were on the Harden Wunder, we cut out all the old Sikaflex, and I have a new respect for Sikaflex 5200. It's
Yes.
absolutely sets like concrete, but I managed to cut it all out, and then with the help of the guys in the yard, we
Reset it.
rebedded, cleaned it up, rebedded it, and then also added these in, just drilled a hole through there,
yes,
and
so they can't
that's
fall
all,
out.
yeah, and that's all Sikaflexed in, and this holds the glass in, but then we also have aluminium brackets on the outside,
as
to
well.
hold it in, which we
Yeah.
never had. So
Yes.
beforehand they just had a block of wood here and here, which was doing the same thing,
Right,
but this
yeah.
is better.
Yeah. So they can't fall out and they can't cave in.
No, they can't.
They're
No,
safe.
that's the thing. Just
And
safety
you
first.
did
And-
for the other one too.
And these are the one, both of them. We did both of them. And these are they do have opening ones on some of the old Lagoon. These are the ones where you break the window.
Yes.
That I've read.
They're
I
much
don't think
better.
I've found a case where they've actually been used, but
So we have here all the explanations for the book, which is just amazing. So I won't show the whole thing right now, but basically it goes into what's where, and yes, more of what's where, and then you
Fan
were yes,
generator.
regenerator switch and
where the
The
gauges
solars,
are,
yeah.
And on the back page, it's interesting.
Yeah, all the way
how
through
the
the
watermaker
actual
works.
diagrams.
And I've just updated it with
As
years
we've gone along.
as we've gone along.
As we've done things, we've updated it. You've got
Oh, it's just
sailing,
easy. It's just
all the
easy.
information on the sails, what the lines are.
I'll
For somebody
change-
that hasn't had a lot to do with boats, it's very, very beneficial. Even as far as how the sunshades
all
go.
the numbers.
Oh,
They're all
wow,
numbered.
yeah, so helpful.
How
to use that block.
how you load the dinghy and diesel generator. It's got all the information on how to start the generator
Yes.
and the sequence. Freshwater tanks. There you go. It's
Navigation.
navigation.
Okay,
It's
great. Yeah.
covers everything.
Yes,
So it's
awesome.
handy.
Alright, so let's go and have a look at the deck. Sorry about the background noise, doing what we can, but it is a very busy harbour here at General. Alright, so I noticed you have a stainless steel chain, that's pretty fancy.
Stainless steel chain. We've got 55 metres of that, and so you know the majority of the time that's you're using under that. But if you do need to anchor a deeper water, say 20 metres, we've got 80 plus metres. So there's a join in it, and the rest of it's galvanised.
Yes.
So we've got
Okay.
a total of just over 80 metres.
Yes, great. And your anchor, so Rockner, that's the best
No,
anchors.
it's not a Rockner. It's a Rockner. Look, I think it's a German make, and Fran's got
Oh, it
the
looks like a
make.
Rockner.
It does look like a Rockner.
Yeah,
And for all apparent, you know, it acts like a Rockner. It's a great anchor. We
Yeah.
basically
Very good.
haven't correct at all on this. It's just a really good anchor. It digs in and holds very, very well.
Yes.
Gives us a lot of comfort.
looks exactly. Good stuff.
And that's what it's all about.
Okay.
The previous owners added a few extras.
Yes, I
on,
see.
like-
This is great because they were an elderly couple, you
Yeah,
said?
they're elderly, but you know we use it occasionally in a very rough.
It's great to have it
conditions,
there.
but, you know.
So you have, I noticed that you have also all around there.
Are you still filming?
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, it's called a bugler linker. Bugler linker, 25 kilos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a rocker.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it's look, it's a good condition too. You know,
Yes,
hasn't
it is.
busted up like a
Yeah.
lot of anchors. And,
So grab rail galore. This is so good.
yeah, they're
Very
They're
safe.
great. I don't think all lagoons have these.
No, I've never seen that.
And this is a good one
And
too.
here,
just for, you know,
yes.
hoisting yourself up.
And all
up
around
here.
your deck.
Yes, yeah, all around.
All around.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, that's a very good stand for your
Yeah, and
stand-up paddle too.
they made these for the kayaks as well.
Yeah.
We only needed the one kayak, and we used the paddleboard as a tender a lot of the time.
Yes, exactly.
Two of us can fit on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, this just locks right in and just
Yeah, this is
gives
great.
you a nice, safe place to store it.
Your trampoline looks really good.
Yeah, the trampoline's great. Yeah, it's still.
And you've only
still
just-
in good condition.
Yeah, that's right. Looks good. And you've just had a survey done on the boat, yes?
We just had a survey.
There's an Australian
yes. Yeah,
surveyor.
and we've also had it re-rigged last year. All the standing
whole rigging, wow.
replaced in
Great.
Tahiti, which was an expensive job but necessary. We wanted to make sure it was
Yes.
in good condition for our trip from
Yeah, it's a long
Tahiti to
passage.
Fiji here. So yeah, we just got a new sail bag.
Yes, I saw
made
that.
in,
Yeah.
in Vunda
Uh-huh.
here in Fiji.
And I noticed, so you have a Code Zero setup?
Yes, but we've never actually used it. We've never used the Code Zero.
Oh, okay.
For the Jenica.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
yeah.
you know, in light winds, we've put the Jenica up and that's worked really well and
Yes.
just great. But we find that, you know, it sails really well just with the Genoa and
Yes.
the mainsail.
That's right,
The foresail
yeah.
and the
We
mainsail.
replaced this as well
It's a new.
when we did the rigging.
A new fella?
Facnor for
Yes, very good filler. They last forever. And I'm looking at your crossbeam. The attachments look really good. Those little lagoons, they're just so sturdy, isn't it?
Some of the lagoons will have, I think, a smaller wire here. This is 14,
Yeah, this-
I believe they have 12 mil. I believe this is 14 mil.
Yes, I noticed
And,
that's how
so
they
this
spec.
is, you know, the rigger asked what we wanted, and we said we want the you know, the stronger.
Yes,
stronger one. And
yeah.
I think they come out with is it either 10 or 12 mil, but this is the
Yes,
the next
and that's
step
a
up.
very important one there.
So
So,
that's the dolphin strike. Yeah.
great. Okay, so you have anchor lockers in here.
Yeah. So here you have a general storage locker, which
Oh yeah, that's really
as you
big.
can see, you've got your black water tank in the back there, which you just get the camera and angle there in.
Oh yes, okay.
And then you've got general storage there, and then it's a very deep locker, and in actual fact, a lot of these boats do have a cabin, another single cabin in
Yes,
there.
yeah, that's right.
We don't need that.
It's very good for storage.
So there's a lot of room in there.
Yeah.
And that's all our sail wardrobe in here.
So what do you have? What
and-
is this? All right, is it a
That's the storm sail.
Storm
there.
sail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also actually no. Yes, that is the storm sail. Yeah. And we have a
the
drogue. We also have a drogue which we've never used.
Oh, a drogue,
You
yes.
hope you don't have to use a drogue too much. So this is your anchor locker, and
Oh, yeah.
also fuel. We
Extra
we
jerry
put
cans, yeah.
fuel in here, and
Fortress.
my refueling filters and what have you.
And a fortress anchor down there.
Yes, yeah, that's the spare anchor. Again, we use that once in French Polynesia as a back anchor.
Oh, okay.
But it's good to have. Haven't really used it much. And this is just a general storage locker, all our lines.
So
and,
much storage. So
extra
good.
water, fuel can go in here as well to get out of the way, but they're big lockers, they're
And
great.
you have spare
And,
rooms.
and of course, got a freshwater tank in each of these lockers.
Right, so let's have a look at this one now.
This is fender locker,
Yes.
and again,
Very tidy.
yeah, it's again a lot of room in here. You're hard pressed to use the whole
So
lot.
deep, yeah. And so this is completely insulated from the rest of the
It
boat,
is.
yes?
These are bulkheads. So sorry, that's
It's a
what I wanted
proper-
to explain.
yeah,
So
yeah.
these are solid bulkheads. So if you did have a crash,
Yes.
in the front, and the hull was
It's like a crash
compromised
box,
here, the water would only go in here, and the boat is still actually sailable and
Yes,
still
yeah.
maneuverable.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, so this is a really good feature. I guess when they make a cabin in here, that compromises that in some way, unless you put a bulkhead door. But we've never,
Oh no, yeah.
we've never bothered about that.
It's so good to have crash boxes.
Yeah, it's great.
So your sails,
So
what is it like?
We replaced the Mainsail in 2023. So that's 2 years
Right,
old.
so that's only 2 years old.
And the old sail was fully functional,
Yes.
but it was we thought it was how old? Probably 10 or 15 years old, and we thought let's just replace
Did
it.
you keep it as a spare? Or?
And we still have that as, So we've got
Yes.
that as a spare. We also have a spare genoa or foresail.
Yes.
And what else have we? Yeah. And then you've got your spinnaker
And the Mainsail is a 5-batten Mainsail.
Oh, yes. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at the starboard engine. Sorry, port engine.
So these are the 3YM30s, the Yamaha 3YM30s. We've just had the heat exchange taken off both of them, and he took them into the workshop and cleaned them out thoroughly and replaced those. We've got some new hoses coming for the exhaust elbow and the raw water to the water pump. Just waiting on those. These ones are still functional. We'll keep them as spares, but
Okay.
it's good to have. The engine's been fully serviced and has been fully serviced regularly, probably well within the service intervals. I think they say, some people say up to 200 hours. We've done it
Yes.
sort of around 100, 150
Oh, wow, that's
hours.
great. Did you do it yourself?
I do it myself.
Oh, great,
yeah. Although
yeah.
this last service we got
I
the
guess you
mechanic.
just
The
know.
mechanic spent a couple of days just going, checking the engines. Oh, we got new engine mounts for the for
Engine
this
mounts.
engine.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
So we got 3 new mounts.
Yeah.
The other side, the starboard, was still good. They've still, still solid. But
Yeah.
these ones were getting a bit worn, and could have got a bit more out of them, but we thought we'd replace them.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's checked the engines. As I say, spent a couple of days going over them both,
Okay.
making sure everything's
Yes.
running well,
Very
and
good.
and telling me what I do need to replace. And as I say, the pipes about the only thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this little relay here is a little generic relay. It's and we're just waiting on it works fine. It's a great, you could stay there forever, but we've got a new one coming, a Yamaha one, and this will become a spare.
Okay, that's
But that's all running good as gold.
Yeah.
Sail drive boots were done back in Raiatea 2 years ago.
You mean the seals?
The seals, yeah.
Yes.
So we've got new rubber boots there.
The top and bottom ones?
Top and bottom, the whole lot. So the sail drives were taken out, fully serviced, and basically new seals.
So
new
that
rubber
was done
boots.
when?
Every 7 years, they say.
Yes.
This was coming up to 7 years, and we thought, look, let's replace them. And we'll
Okay, so when you were in Raiatea, when was that?
That's 2 years ago we did that. I've got it in the we've got a log book, an engine maintenance book. Everything goes down in. So here's the autopilot here. We had all this apart, all the rams, and checked those. Redid all the wiring there last year in Raiatea. The autopilot's great. It's a very strong autopilot. And the backup one is probably not as strong, but it's good in calmer waters. Whereas this one, you know, you can be in pretty rough sea and still be working fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And finally, the starboard engine.
Right. So again,
Nice and tidy.
pretty much the same.
Yes.
Little less going on in here with the autopilot, etc. And there's no generator raw water pump in here. That was on the other side. So
Okay, yeah.
looks a little less crowded in this one.
Yes.
You've got the central heating, which we don't use and never use. So that's all the pipe work for that. But yeah, it's again serviced and just waiting on some pipes to replace the cooling pipes, and that's about it.
Okay, thank you. Well, we hope that you have enjoyed meeting the lovely Kinga and have a look at her systems and her interior and everything that she can offer you. She's a really wonderful boat. We have seen many of those Lagoon 380 sail around the world several times with hardly a wrinkle to show for it. They are an incredible credit to the Lagoon catamarans. I think that they were built to be extremely forgiving, easy to sail, comfortable and safe. We think they are an ideal choice for a family to just step on and get away even if they have limited skills. And by the way, we can also arrange a skipper for you for your first passage so you get to learn everything firsthand. We have seen these boats come from Norway, from Portugal, from France, from Greece, from Italy, from England, from Scotland, from the US, all the way around the world. And in fact, we've sold quite a few of them in Asia as well. I cannot praise enough their little, durable, strong and forgiving hulls. They have been designed to be on the ocean and to take on whatever the ocean is throwing at them. So size doesn't matter when it comes to sailing. If you have something that is seaworthy, you do not need a 60-foot boat. So if you think that the Kinga might be just what you're looking for, please get in touch and we'll make sure to help you find out more about the Kinga, organize a video call with the owners if you would like through WhatsApp, or arrange an inspection for you. We can help you. Fiji is a beautiful place, very welcoming. There is all of the marine facilities over there. There are 330 islands to explore, and obviously it is also the gateway to other Pacific islands and Australia and New Zealand, and then from there pretty much anywhere in the world. Please get in touch and thanks for watching.